morning. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Bree. Today we're gonna go do a little come book shopping with me video. I've been wanting to do one of these, but I just am really notoriously bad about filming in public. So we're gonna do this in a fun way because I actually found out very recently that this weekend, March 21st through the 24th, is indie book crawl. So I think like 20 different bookstores are participating within this, and they're all throughout the Indy area. So yesterday I went to 2 bookstores, and once we get to the book shopping portion, I'll show you footage from one of the places because the first one I completely forgot I was going to do this video and got too excited, so I don't have any footage from that. But the second store I'll show you what it looked like. And then today we're going down to Newfields, which is an art museum, and while we're down there we're going to stop at I think at least 3 of the bookstores, and I can just show you around, show you some indie bookstores. And this is perfect too because I really want to support local, but it's been hard to find ones around here because I'm not in downtown Indy. Downtown Indy has a lot of really good bookstores. I support them through Libro FM and stuff like that, but this will be the first time I get to go in person. So let's just have fun. Let's go do a little book shopping with me video, and then we'll come back at the end and I will show you a haul of what I got.
Through the arbor, in the garden room, wings are beating, baby, me and you alone. Pencil drawing phases of the moon.
It's really awkward because there's so many people around. But we just went to Loudmouth Books, which is in downtown Indy. That was their first stop, and I got 1 book, so I will show you that when we get home. But now I think we're gonna go to Tomorrow Bookstore, which is on Mass Ave in Indy, and that also I've heard good things about. I really liked Loudmouth. They had a lot of inclusion. The owner is actually an author. I think she's written a YA book or 2, and it was just very inclusive in there and just a really good atmosphere, and also like really bright and fun colors, so I really liked it. Glad we could go because I have supported, that was loud, supported their bookstore on Libro, but I haven't been able to go in, so I got to go in, and I got a cute little sticker which I'll show you as well. And yeah, so we're gonna go there, and then we'll have 1 or 2 more after that.
Dried up bones are running wild on this old night, sitting by the traffic lights, don't know.
Well, hello, we are back from the bookstores. I went to a total of 4. I wanted to go to 1 more downtown, but after everything, I was just really tired. We were both really hungry, and it's good because I've crashed since then. So now we're back, and I'm just going to show you all the books I got. I got quite a few. I knew I was going to. I've been trying to be a little more mindful about my book buying since February, but I also knew when I did this that I really wanted to support local bookstores because I just don't get the chance to as much as I would like. I also discovered that one of them is very close to me and not downtown, and so it's one that I really appreciate and I really liked when I went in there and had a great selection. So I think I'm going to be frequenting that more over Barnes & Noble. So I'm excited that I did this and found that bookstore. So I got a little bit of a stack here because I wanted to make sure I supported each bookstore as I went. Let's just get started. I'll start with the first place I went. So the first place I went is in Zionsville, and that is a little bookstore that opened very recently, and she's really nice. She has a lot of selection, but she definitely caters to like YA and younger readers. So if you're in the Indy area and you're looking for a good bookstore for your kids, I feel like that one is a really good one. She has a lot of like kids events and stuff like that, so I think she's doing really well in that department, but her adult section is a little bit less, so if you're an adult reader, just know that. But she's very nice and she stocks very diversely, so I was able to find some things that I don't normally find. So the first one I got is Island Witch by Amanda Giatisa. This is a psychological suspense. I think it's kind of like bridging that and horror because I do believe there's magic involved in this, and this was one that when I was looking at things releasing, this is one I put on my radar and I wanted to pick up. This author is from Sri Lanka, and so this is set in 19th century Sri Lanka, and it's inspired by local folklore. And it says, Island Witch follows the daughter of a traditional demon priest, relentlessly bullied by peers and accused of witchcraft herself, as she tries to solve the mysterious attacks that have been terrorizing her coastal village. So I really liked that, and I really wanted to try it because, one, I want to try more horror from all different like types of stories, and I think that I've dove into like a lot of horror that's like haunted house or like creature horror, but like witchy horror I haven't tried. And now again, this is like thriller. I don't think it's even mentioned as horror, but it does have people that I've read before, like Isabel Kanyas and Riley Sager and stuff like that, blurbing it. So I feel like with the witch vibes, it's gonna lean a little bit horror, like suspense thriller. So I'm feeling like it's gonna be like in the vein of Simone St. James, where it's not really technically horror, but to me it feels that way. So I'm very excited to get to it, and I was really happy when I saw it there. Immediately picked it up because it was one I had in my list for myself of anticipated releases. Then this one is one I picked up because I actually have been looking for more cozy fantasy and more diverse cozy fantasy, and it's been a little hard to find. Not that they're not out there, but that lists when I look them up seem to be very white focused. And so when I saw this there and I'd seen it on someone else's list of diverse cozy fantasy, I had to pick it up. So it's called Asiri and the Amaru, and this is by Natalia Hernandez. So I think that this is supposed to be Latin American inspired, and we're following a woman who has like a power with animals, and she is like at her hometown and stuff like if too many people know, she starts to be like used for her powers. So she escapes to like a quiet village. She's trying to keep her powers under wraps, and this man who works with animals, they start to have a romance. So it's also going to have a romance in here. And then I think they find Amaru, which is supposed to be like a mythical creature, and they realize not exactly a myth, and they're going to have to work together to save this creature. And it just sounds really cozy and cute, and I think it's just gonna be really great, and I think the romance will be really nice. This was technically in the romance section, but I did see it originally for a cozy fantasy, so I'm really, really excited to get to it. And it looks like it's in a series, so if I like it, I can continue on, which is great. So yeah, really happy that this was here. I've never seen it in a bookstore before, so that was great. So then I went to a place called MacArthur Books, and that is in Carmel, and that was very small, really nice. It had a very big like adult section. There was also a kid section, and she was talking to like a lot of people. I think it was the owner, and she was saying they have a bunch of different book clubs. They have a book club actually meeting in April that has a book on my TBR that I haven't read yet called the Marlowe Murder Club. So I might read it and try to see if I can join, because she was like literally like everyone join. So it doesn't sound exclusive. So yeah, so she was talking about they have a ton of book clubs. They have mystery, like classics, stuff like that, book clubs. And yeah, it was just a really nice store. It was well laid out. Like, it was small, but it had a lot of selection. And I found System Collapse by Martha Wells, and it was actually on sale. So I got it for $13 from her. And that's great because usually it's like $20. And this is the last book that I needed in the Murderbot series for what's out right now. So when I saw that there, I decided I wanted to get it because I was trying to really stick to books that, you know, I knew I was going to read or want to read soon. I was trying not to like just buy cover buys, if you will. So yeah, I got this, and it was great that it was on sale, and it's definitely a bookstore I would go back to. It was really nice. I really like the atmosphere there. And yeah, and it was really fun. I will say it was really fun to like see people on the book crawl because everyone was just so excited. Like it was filled with a bunch of people who were just excited to be doing this book crawl, and that was just it was a really fun atmosphere to be doing this. Granted, it did make it really nerve-wracking for me to film because I felt so self-conscious because it was like a lot of people in there. Not the best for me filming, but it was great to be around people who are just excited about reading. Then I went to Loudmouth Books, and that is owned by an author. I think I said before, she wrote some YA books, Leah something. I can't remember at the moment. That bookstore was really nice and really cute, and so I kind of described it in the clips before. I really enjoyed going there, but it was super packed, so I was trying to film and then I was trying to look around, and it was just a lot of people in there, which was great because that means she was getting a lot of traffic. And I couldn't do everything at once, so I only ended up with one book, though she had more that I saw there that I liked. I just was trying to like not take up too much space while people were looking around. So I got The Lies of the Jungo by Moses Osei Utomi. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but he's a Nigerian American writer, and this is a fantasy novella series that I believe is supposed to be kind of Nigerian inspired, and it's set in a desert. And I just know that our main hero, he's trying to save the village because they are running out of water. So he's trying to find more water for them and then also protect his mother or save his mother's life. And I saw someone else reading this and just saying they really liked it, and that they said that the series gets better and better as it goes on. And I really do like a small novella. So this is only 84 pages, so it's really tiny, and I'm excited to get to this one because I just think it sounds like something I'm going to really like. And it's blurbed by C.L. Clark. Oh, I thought that was P. Jelly Clark. Never mind. But it is blurred by Marie Brennan, which I've read and liked. So yeah, I'm excited to give it a try. And it's been one that I have had on my like tentative TBR. I keep like a list of books that I've heard about that other people have talked about that I want to get to, and this has been on there for a while, so I'm excited to try it. Oh, and I almost forgot, I got a sticker that said "Good things come to those who read." I just thought it was super cute, so I got that at Loudmouth Books as well. And then the last place I went was Tomorrow Bookstore. That was off Mass Ave, and it was like a couple minutes from Loudmouth Books. So if you're ever down there, you can like hit 2 bookstores at once. So I found 3. I kind of knew it was going to be the last one, so I went a little bit crazier on that one. So first I found Mislaid and Parts Half Known by Shannon McGuire. This is the latest in the Wayward Children series. I've read everything up to this one, so I've heard mixed reviews on it. I really love the series, but I never find myself like racing to go pick up the next one when it comes out. And so this has been out since January, and I saw it and I decided now it's going to be a good time to pick it up. So I got this one. Excited to get to it even though it's got mixed reviews. I just do really love the series, and I think she just builds and builds upon the series more and more, that I just love seeing where it's going, and I will keep reading this series till she's done writing it. So then I got 2 horror books. That is Monstrilio by Gerardo Samano Cordova, and this is a grief horror, I believe, where a woman loses her child. I think it's a couple, and they lose their child, and she like takes a part of his lung and puts it into something, and then this creature called Monstrilio starts to form. And I think it's just an exploration into loss and grief, and I've never really read a lot of grief horror at all, and I've heard just such amazing reviews from people who have very similar horror tastes to me. So I'm excited. I know for Kayla and Books and Lala, it was her favorite book, and then I believe Stephanie from Stephanie Bookish read it and really liked it, and I've heard a couple other people give it good reviews. So I'm excited to give this a try because I think grief horror could be my thing. I'm not delved into it, so I like to just try new things, and this one, because it's gotten such good reviews from people that I like appreciate their reviews and seem to have similar alignment in a lot of things, I thought it'd be a good one to try. Then the last one is Bloom by Delilah S. Dawson, and this is a horror novella about a woman who, I believe she meets another woman and slowly becomes like obsessed with her, and then I think there's like some weird stuff going on with the woman, and it seems like it's going to be like a bit about obsession and like problematic dynamics between in like relationships. And this really reminds me, though I don't think it's been compared at all, of The House of Hunger, because the one thing I really liked in there was exploring these like toxic female relationships and the way like one person can be fully sucked into the other person. And I feel like this is going to have the same vibes, and I've seen really good reviews as well for it. I think this person wrote The Violence, which I've never read, and I think that's more of a thriller. So I don't know if this is her first horror or if that was a horror thriller. I don't know. But I'm very excited to get to it, and I have plans for this for hopefully a reading vlog, so we'll see. I love the cover too. I love the eeriness while being so beautiful. So yeah, so that's the last book I got. So there you go. There's my little independent bookstore haul for you. I hope you enjoyed this video and coming along and shopping with me. If you want to leave a comment down below letting me know any books you've picked up recently from the library or independent bookstore or anywhere, I'd love to hear it. And I always love chatting with you in the comments, so I always appreciate when you leave a comment. And anyway, I will see you next time.